Dorit is not playing any games with Kyle, and she's not playing any games with Sutton. And this is the episode where I'm like, okay, Garcel, you're actually doing a good thing. You're not pissing me off because I was like, girl, where are we going? Let's go ahead and get into the review, y'all. And what's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't remember the episode number, y'all, but we are here for Beverly Hills, you guys. This review should have been up earlier today, but I fell asleep, honey. You know, when I get off of work at 1 o'clock and I lay down to watch TV, baby, I be knocked out. So it should have been out, but we here. Before we get into it, you guys do know that tonight is Wednesday night, which means that we have roast review tonight. Me, T, and Josiah will be over on Giving You the Real Teas platform at 8:15. So make sure you guys tune in to that. And then on tomorrow, the anticipated return of the Chasing Panel will be going on tomorrow. All right. We will be going live at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Everybody will be returning. So make sure you guys tune in to that. And then on Friday, we have the Mississippi Collective panel with Millie Chun, Scotty by Nature TV, and Jay Evans Official. We will be coming together to do a Bell Collective wrap-up, honey. And we will be talking about all things Bell Collective, about the cast members, about what we want to see happen next, and all of those things. So make sure you guys tune in to that on Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. All right? All righty then. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got. So let's go ahead and get into the mess, y'all, shall we? Let me pull my notes up. I ain't got that many, so y'all know that this review is not going to be long at all. These are all the notes I got. So let's open it up. Boz, okay. First of all, as I've said before, since I started reviewing this show this season, Boz is probably one of my favorite people on this show. She's very stylish, okay. She got a great personality, and I really, really enjoy her. Like when I say I enjoy Boz, I enjoy her. Like I just love it. Like everything about Boz is just fabulous to me. From the way she walks, the way she talks, the way she dresses, even that big ass hair on her head. I enjoy watching Boz, okay? Now, she's out on a date on the beach with this guy, you know. They're talking about what they want from a relationship. And she was just basically saying how consistent he is. And one thing about it, and two things for certain, when you're trying to date somebody, and you're looking to be in a relationship with said person, there's a whole lot of things that you got to look forward to. Like you gotta understand what it is that you want. And a person like me, I don't really be looking for a whole lot in a relationship. The only thing that I ask for in a relationship is consistency and honesty. Be honest about what the fuck you doing. Like you ain't gotta lie about little stupid shit, and be consistent in your behavior. Because if you're not consistent in your behavior, then that means you're a damn liar. Okay, like just keep it a book about what you're doing and just be honest about everything that you got going on. Like that's the only thing that I could really say about it. And I think that the conversation that they were having out there on the beach, I think that those conversations are actually needed because I mean, you gotta have these conversations. You gotta know exactly what it is that you want and what you're looking for. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have it. So at this point, I understood where she was coming from and what she was saying and what they were talking about. And he agreed that when I'm going out on a date and when I'm getting to know people and when I'm dating people, I'm actually dating them so I can marry them. You know what I mean? And a lot of people do date to marry. Some people date to see where it could all go and all of those things. So shout out to Bose and her nigga. Okay, shout out to him. Okay, so then we get into Dorit and Erica. They talk about the children and all this other stuff and how everything is going on with that. But then Dorit brings up the fact that her and PK are preparing to go to their very first therapy session. That's what they're trying to do and stuff like that. And she doesn't know exactly what she's going to get into with this whole therapy session and things like that. And you know what? When we see these divorces on TV and stuff like that and how it's going and what's going down with it, you feel what I'm saying? It's always a little bit disheartening to see because you never really know what's really going to go down with the whole situation and stuff like that. And I just feel like, you know, with Dorit and PK going through the shit that they were going through and stuff like that, I do feel as though it's a little hard, especially when you got like young kids involved in the whole damn situation and all that, you really want to figure out, okay, where are we going with this? What are we going to do about it? And how are we going to move forward? And I think that that's where they at. And it's just a little bit nervous because sometimes you may have one idea of how things are going to go, but when you go to therapy, you find out things that you probably never heard the other person say. And sometimes they didn't feel comfortable saying it to you. So when they went to therapy, they felt like, okay, I can say it here. This is a non-biased person. I feel like I can say what it is that I need to say. So that may be where the nervousness is coming from. So then we go into Dorit and Erica feeling like Sutton is kicking Dorit when she's down and stuff like that. Like they feel like Sutton is really not a good friend. They feel like Sutton is really not a good person. And they just think that Sutton is just kicking Dorit right now when she's down. Like she's going through a lot of shit. And they feel like Sutton is kicking her while she's down. I'm not sure if I feel like Sutton is kicking her while she's down, but I do think that Sutton is involving herself in her business when she know that she don't fuck with Dorit and Dorit really don't fuck with her. And I just feel like if I don't like you, or we didn't had a whole lot of transgressions in the past where it really wasn't a good idea, or we were just going back and forth and shit like that, and and our relationship was very much so contentious, you know what I'm saying? I would not be speaking on your divorce because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that I don't like, especially people in the web world that I don't really like at all. And whenever something is going on with them, I try not to speak on them at all. Like I don't talk about them. I don't make it my business to speak about anything that they got going on. And when they even brought up to me, I don't even respond. I don't say a motherfucking word about them because I don't give a fuck about them. So at that point, it's like, yeah, I do think that Sutton is doing a lot. But then there are some people that feel like Dorit is only getting what she getting what she's given to Sutton and Garcel based off of the things that has happened in the past. And I too can understand that, but like right is right and wrong is wrong at the end of the day. And I just think that, you know, at some point Sutton just need to shut the fuck up and let Dorit do what Dorit got to fucking do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just leave it alone. Stop speaking about it. Stop talking about it. Stop giving your opinions on something that you don't need to give your opinion on, and just shut the hell up. That's just what I think about it. But it is what it is. Moving on. Garcel, her and her kids, they arrive at this beach house that she got built and things like that. And, you know, they have dinner. And Garcel said that she never would have thought that she would be in a place where, you know, she got all her kids with her grandchildren. They got a whole beach house for her and her family, or something for her children and their friends to enjoy. She never thought that she would be in this world where she could be successful enough to be able to provide for her kids and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, I understand what she means like about that. Like, no matter what's going on, no matter what occupation you in or what you've ever done, I do think that it's always going to be a surprising situation when, you know, you made all this money and now you're able to put your family and your kids and your even your friends in certain situations that you never thought that you could put them in. So I definitely understand and I get exactly what the tea is and what's really going on with it. So I get it. You feel what I'm saying? I understand. She speaks on her relationship with Oliver and how they've come a very long way. Oliver was once an addict. I don't remember what he was addicted to, but he was an addict, and she was giving him the tough love approach. And what I mean by that is that same approach that Nene gave her son when he went to jail. Like, you know, back in season 4, when he was, you know, stealing and now he's addicted to something, you know, she was doing all of that. And sometimes when it comes down to your kids, you got to show them tough love. You can't always be there to spoil them or be there to pick them up, because when you're always trying to pick them up all the time, you know, they're going to always be looking for you to do that every single time. And they're going to be handicapped and they're not going to be able to do anything on their own. So I just do think that at the end of the day, I feel as though it's probably the best for you to show just a little bit of what is it? A little bit of tough love. And sometimes they can learn a valuable lesson by doing it, in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just what I think though. Like, you know, where we at? But that was a real moment though, to be honest. Like, it kind of reminds me of this moment that went viral, because y'all know that I don't really watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City like that. Like, T has been trying to get me to watch that show for quite some time now. And, you know, I was watching it at the very beginning, but I lost interest. But T been watching it all season and stuff like that. So I just feel as though I just feel like at the end of the day, it was a real moment. And you know, Housewives, we want real moments like that. Like, I know we have a lot of the contrived notions and contrived beefs and arguments and shit like that that keeps the show afloat and stuff, but sometimes we really do need those real moments where somebody can relate to it. And I know that somebody can relate to her story about having a person, a child that went through a struggle with addiction. So shout out to Mary and Garcel for giving us that moment. Dorit and Bose come over, and they discuss the fact that Dorit and PK had this 4-hour therapy session. 4 hours. 4-hour therapy session, child. And she said that he came for war and he stormed the hell out. Like, he really wasn't here for the bullshit. Like, he stormed out. Like, it was a full-out war between the two of them. Are you surprised, though? I ain't. Are you? I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. Are you surprised by that? Because I'm not. I'm not surprised by anything, to be quite honest, but you know, it's just like, you know, that's I mean, it is what it is, honey. Like, she said, he came in ready for war, child, and that, you know, now she know that she got to be on her P's and Q's when it when it come down to this man. She got to be on her P's and Q's, honey. And I don't blame her for feeling like she got to be on her P's and Q's, child, because at the end of the day, you know, like I just said, sometimes, like, when you going through this type of stuff, and um you know, there's a lot that you haven't said, and then when it's time to go to therapy and shit like that, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you wind up saying shit that you never thought that you would say or would want to say, honestly. So yeah, I feel Dorit on that. She was caught off guard, baby. That's all it was. She was caught off guard, honey, and she didn't know what to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? And he must have went up in there and showed his motherfucking ass and said all kinds of shit for Dorit to feel like, baby, he done really put me on blast, and he done really said a whole lot of shit that I wasn't expecting him to say. You know what I mean? But it happens. I promise you it do. It does happen. That's me ordering Dairy Queen, child, because I'm hungry and ate all day. Where my notes at again? So then they started talking about Dorit's argument with Camille, and Dorit said that this was bound to happen, and she's over the bullshit, and she's tired of everybody coming at her, and she's just sick of the bullshit. That's just what it is. And I, like, you know, if you're sick of the bullshit, baby, then you're just sick of the bullshit. You got to let the shit go. Erica and Dorit have a FaceTime call. Dorit isn't sure if Kyle and PK are friends, but she feels like with them being in the predicament that they are right now, she feels like it's really not appropriate for Kyle to be talking to her ex-husband. And to be quite honest, it's like a slap in the face, Cat, that you're talking to an ex-husband. Because if you ain't fucking with me, then you don't need to be fucking with him. I'm just saying. Because it just make you look bad. It make you look bad. Like, why you talking to my ex-husband for? You ain't even talking to me, bitch. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay? So then it's Erica's single release party. Sutton confronts Bose about hopping into what she had going on with Dorit. And she felt like Bose was misusing the word weaponizing. I don't really think she misused the word. I just don't think that you like what she said, and that's okay. You ain't gotta like it, but I don't think that she weaponized anything, to be honest. She says like she needs to put more work into her relationship with me, like she is with her relationship with Dorit. But Dorit just may be the person that she vibes with the most. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Although we don't like Dorit, but that's the person she vibes with. Kyle admits that she talks to PK. It's not necessarily like no deep conversations about the divorce or anything like that. Like, but she does admit that she does talk to PK. It's more so like one of those things where they're sharing memes and shit like that. And Kyle said, I won't talk to him no more. Like, I feel like we are trying to get into a better place, but I feel like if me talking to PK is a problem, then we won't be in a better place. So I'll stop talking to him. And then that's when Sutton and Dorit started getting into it. And Sutton was going in on Dorit. And then You know what I'm saying? It was, she said, and after Sudden got done talking to Dorit said, how about, Sudden said, how about you talk to your real friend? Because I'm not your real friend. You talk to your real friend. I was like, long as you know, because you know, they ain't never consider you no damn friend, Sudden, at all. And then that's when Kyle and Dorit get into it again. And Kyle, vein starts popping out of her damn forehead. And it was all kinds of shit. So I'm just like, girl, what's going on? Like, what is the tea? You know what I mean? Like, it was a whole lot of going on in this situation. And I feel like it's going to continue on. So we're going to see what else is going to happen with that whole argument between Kyle and Dorit. But, child, I'm kind of bored, y'all. But I told y'all I was going to try to do this show. So I'm going to try to continue on. Then we got a whole panel dealing with this show, too. So we're going to continue on with this show, though. I'm just going to be honest. We're going to continue on with it, though. But with that being said, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. And until my next one, I'll talk to you later.